Yo, yo, yo. Talking shit. Getting clicks. Original podcast. And I am your host. More 3 times. What's good? What's good? What's good? Amazing, amazing, amazing. It's Thursday. You already know. You guys should already know. Yeah, we're live. Finally. Gonna do it again? Yeah. Talking, getting, clicking. What's up, everybody? We made it. Horns, cock the gun, Dusty.
If you have documents, if you have football, if you have glue, and evidence, if you will.
Let the children sing. Let the children sing. What's going on? Mo 3 times right now. You know I'm in the hunt and I got the door wide open because it's a beautiful, marvelous night. Marvelous, guys. Marvelous. Yo, today our show is White Power Outage. I got you. Oh my goodness, guys. Sarah Clendaniel in the upper right-hand corner with that crazy mask on. Bottom left-hand corner is Brandon Russell. And then faded in the background, you can see their crew. The Atomwaffen. The Atomwaffen, guys. Atomwaffen. Don't forget, call in live 313-825-5557. Yeah, we'll do that. So what's going on, guys? I'm Mo 3 times. This is the show, the Me episodes, and we're going live. You guys are calling in, which makes it the We episodes, but it's talking shit, getting clicks on your YouTubes. I'm addicted to the applause, you know what I mean? I know it's manufactured and everything. Regard me. So, guys, yeah, that's right. Let me take you back to the show. White Power Outage. I gotta say it like that. White Power Outage. Because, guys, these guys tried to stick it to our infrastructure. Let's boo them. They tried to... Listen, I searched for a video. Regard me. While everybody gets in here, I'm going to play this for you. It's on YouTube. It's called How Long Would Society Last During a Total Grid Collapse? There it is right there, guys. I'm going to play this for you. While you guys get in the call queue, don't let me forget. What am I doing? The talking shit, getting clicks. But listen. It is important that you call in tonight, right? Live, because we're live, 313-825-5557. We haven't been doing a great job of, as I put chairs on, but we haven't been doing a good job of promoting our show because we got things out to do, but still I'm trying to put out this great content for you. We're not giving up. We're going to keep going and digging. And you know what? I'm going to get the chats up. What's going on, guys? My people's in the chats. We're going to take our time. You know what I mean? Nobody really gets in here till like 8-ish. hang out with me, regard me, hang out. I'm gonna let you guys watch the video. I'm gonna, you know what? I popped this thing out. What I am going to actually do is I'm gonna come here to this monitor, and I think I found a way to actually get the chat to show up. And bam, guys, there is the chat. It looks kind of weird. Why? There's something we could do. There's no effects on that thing. There's no effects. Maybe it's like a transparent little something or the other. Anyway, I'm gonna bring it up. Big style. Yeah. Can I pass moderation? Can I pass? See my participants. Guys are in there. Kato, Ev, what's good? Give it up to my people on my chat. Main lines in, let the children sing. Just for you, just for you. One more time, just for you. Children are singing. Children are singing. All right, so I got the thing popped out. You guys can kind of see it. Don't worry, we'll get that fixed. But we're getting bigger and better. You know what I mean? Last time we couldn't even see you guys, but this time we see you. Don't forget, White Power Outage. Thursday, 7:30, we go live, as you know. Once again, our call-in line is 313-825-5557. I got it set up in such a way that if you call in, you can actually listen to the show. So if you got like you have a phone signal, but you don't got good Wi-Fi, you can't like stream me right now live. Believe me, guys, I know I've had my problems with Comcast. But if you can't do all of that, then just call in. You can listen to the show. I might, even answer the phone and ask you to chip in. And I expect you to chip in with your little know-how, your little knowledge or whatever. I ain't mean to dish you guys. I didn't mean that, because I know you guys got great knowledge and everything like that. I don't want nobody to feel slighted out there. But if you do, it's Friday's Eve. You know what I mean? It's Friday's Eve. What is this? I got a sound effect on here that I don't know what it is. Let's check it out.
Roger ain't got nothing on you.
Who the fuck is Roger, bitch?
No, I'm just talking.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay. I think I like it. I know I like it. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, White Power Outage, that's what we're going to be talking about. But not only are we going to be talking about White Power Outage, I got something else a little special for you that I just made up purely for the conversation, like halfway because of the conversation. But guys, I'm hurt right now. I can't lie to you. I'm hurting right now. There is an issue that I'm having. I'm in a conundrum, if you will. I'm having a conundrum. I don't know if you can have a conundrum. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm not feeling all right in my spirit right now. I should be on cloud 9 because I represent them Philadelphia Eagles. Let the children say, I bleed green, ladies and gentlemen. I bleed green. I bleed green. I bleed green. But, guys, although I bleed green, I have to also give you the reals. There's a young man that's playing on the Kansas City Chiefs. And I'm not talking about Andy Reid, even though I'm a big fan of Andy Reid. I'm talking about my guy Pop. Old Isaiah Pacheco. Behold. Like, if I could get my screen right, Pop, no disrespect, try and get your face on there, but you see your faces on there many times. That as you get older, this is an aside. This is an official aside. He's got the same face as a little boy, man, to me. He's a grown-ass man doing grown-ass work in the league. But to me, he's just a little pop. He's a little pop. I mean, I remember when he first stepped on the field, the helmet was bigger than that. So that is what's going on, guys. I bleed green, but my mans is playing my team in the Super Bowl. What do you do? what do you do as an Eagles fan knowing that this could be going down? Like, how do you handle life knowing that, hey, we know this young man growing up. We know his backstory. We know that he's always been an A-plus kid, classy AF gentleman. He's always worked hard. He put in the work. He did what he had to do. He's a hometown kid, but he's playing our beloved Birds, guys. And we bleed green. E-A-G-L-E-S. Eagles, let the children say. Let the children say. But yeah, we're going through all this, guys. We're going through each and every all of these things. 313-825-5557. Don't worry, if you call in, you're going to get down. We're going to get you in there. But this is what I got going on inside of my head right now. All right? And for real, I don't know what to do. Oh, I also got some big news for you guys. I know I said I was going to do Black History Month. I already know it's the 9th, and I know we don't have that long. I know this. Believe me. I know this, but don't worry. I've been working on it for the YOU. I absolutely positively, over the last 2 days, had a very, very special guest. And the reason why it's special is because we came from the same neighborhood, just like Pop, you know what I mean? Regard the call-in line. I'm just leaving that up there right now. Caller, I see you. I'm gonna talk to you even before we start the show. You know, we're just getting warmed up here. But I see you hanging on there. Hang in there with me. But yeah, I say all of that to say this. Like, I know this young man, but I bleed green. I bleed that Philadelphia Eagles green. And now I'm stuck because honestly, I really want the Philadelphia Eagles to win. You know what I mean? But if my man gets one, I'm not going to be mad at him. You know what I mean? I actually positively will be happy for him. So that's right. Part 2 of this episode is We Can't Lose. I'm from Cumberland. That's where I'm from. That's where I was raised. That's why you see Isaiah Pacheco, one of the stellar NFL rookies this season, running the ball like a madman. He almost had 1,000 yards, which is great for a rookie, but also in the current NFL atmosphere, not to get into it too far. Like, usually in teams, there's a running back by committee. So when you're splitting touches with, you know, two, three other running backs back there, and for you to get the eight banger first time out. So that's what we also got going on. But serious, guys, we also have to do that white power outage. And with that, I will now come out of studio mode. I saw my caller. If you want to call back. Call back, caller. I saw you, you know. We're just getting started. This thing, we start at 7:30. You can call in, talk your shit, get your clicks. If you want to bring up a subject even before we get into this, by all means. But I'm just giving you time, guys. I'm giving you times. And probably right now, as I'm doing my learning and my training, my evolving on this thing, I am remembering that I must check my chats. What's going on, chat gang? If y'all hear me in the chats, I don't know. Give me a bird emoji if you with those Eagles. Give me a bird emoji. I mean it. Bird emojis now. I need that in my life. I need that in. Oh, there we got one. We got them dirty birds. Kato got more birds than you, Ev. Don't be stingy with the birds. It's an emoji. I mean, come on. Let's see those birds out there. I love it. All right. I don't know. What we want to do? Yo, did I tell you guys that Vlago makes my music for me. So when you're listening to this beat is called Bar for Bar. And I was going through his beats and I kind of picked this out and stole it for myself. You know, the history. I'm giving you the history. But yeah, man. Lago goes with his. As we were watching White Power Outage. Where's the other one? Oh yeah, and we can't lose. I'm from Cumberland. I am Cumberland County, New Jersey, South Jersey, top of the world. You know it. We gets it in. All right, I'm gonna bring you back to my beautiful face now. Mo 3 times. Thursday night, we go live. I'm not even looking at the right camera. I should be looking at this one. Hey, how are you doing down there? I got the energy for you guys. I'm sipping that clear. That's right, guys. Cream soda, regard me. Fly Eagles fly, regard me, but that's what we got. And if you don't remember, man, call in live. 313-825-5557. Also, yo, do me a favor. Click like, subscribe, hit the alerts. Share this out while we're in here before we get ready to go. Share it to your peoples. Hit your Instagram note and be like, yo, it's going up in here. 313-825-5557. Get it. I can't believe I said that like that as the beat ended like that. I'm so disappointed in myself right now, but regard me. Oh, we got a bird contest. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 6 birds. Kato have 4 birds. Just fill the screen up with birds, guys. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you what, if you want to come and talk about these Philadelphia Eagles, that's never, ever off limits on Thursdays, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and hump days, Groundhog Days, Valentine's Days, President's Days, Martin Luther the King Jr. days. Christopher, the only Christopher we acknowledge is Wallace. I didn't mean to do the gun.
I ain't scared of you, motherfucker.
I'm really not. That's right. I ain't come here for no foolishness. Oh, we're out of birds here. We're out of birds. Yo, somebody come get my baby a bird. Give me my baby a bird, please. Aww. My baby needs a bird. Get her. All right, I promised y'all I was gonna play this video. Listen, I am not trying to play y'all guys out. I came across this video and I wanted to play this as a preface because right now we're having class here. We're having class right now. I'm giving you guys class. I'm gonna be like a kind of cool substitute teacher right now, and I'm gonna play you guys a little movie. I'm going to play you guys a little vid. Hang out with me. Let this play. You know, do something around the house real quick, but turn this up. This is information that you are definitely going to want to listen to. Obviously, there's some visuals to it being a vidya, but still, regard me. Let the children sing. And this is basically what society would be like if there is a total grid collapse. I'm going to let this play. It's going to be a couple minutes. Regard me. I know my real one's in here anyway, so it don't matter. We got tonight. And here we go.
In February 2021, a winter storm that swept through Texas caused one of the most severe power crises in American history. The cold weather created shockingly high electricity demands as people tried to keep their homes warm. But it also caused problems with the power supply because power plants themselves and their supporting infrastructure weren't adequately protected against freezing weather. The result was that Texas couldn't generate enough power to meet demand. Instead, they would have to disconnect customers to reduce demands down to manageable levels. But before grid operators could shed enough load from the system, the frequency of the alternating current dropped as the remaining generators were bogged down, falling below 59.4 hertz for over 4 minutes. It might not seem like much, but that is a critical threshold in grid operations. It's 1% below nominal. Power Power plants have relays that keep track of grid frequency and disconnect equipment if anything goes awry to prevent serious damage. If the grid frequency drops below 59.4 Hz, the clock starts ticking. And if it doesn't return to the nominal frequency within 9 minutes, the relays trip. That means the Texas grid came within a bathroom break from total collapse. If a few more large power plants tripped offline, or too few customers were shed from the system in time, it's likely that the frequency would have continued to drop.
Hold on, guys. I see you guys in the chat right now. I see it going down in the chat. Do not forget to pay attention to this video, all right? Have your fun. Don't let me tell you how to live your life. All right, back to the video. Back to the video. Back to the video.
Until every single generator on the grid was disconnected. Thankfully, that nightmare scenario was avoided. Still, despite operators preventing a total collapse, the 2021 power crisis was one of the most expensive and deadly disasters in Texas history. If those 4 minutes had gone differently, it's almost impossible to imagine how serious the consequences would be. Let's put ourselves in the theoretical boots of someone waking up after that frigid February night in Texas, assuming the grid did collapse, and find out. I'm Grady, and this is Practical Engineering. In today's episode, we're talking about the impacts of blackouts on other infrastructure. Every so often, some loud noise wakes you up from your sleep. A truck backfiring on the street outside, a baby crying, a cat knocking something off a shelf. But it's a very different thing altogether to be awoken by silence. Your unconscious mind telling you that the sounds you should be hearing are gone. It only takes a groggy minute to piece it together. The refrigerator's silent, no air is flowing through the heating register, the ceiling fan above your head is slowly coming to a stop. The power's out. You check your phone, it's 4 a.m. Nothing you can really do but go back to sleep and hope they get it fixed by daylight. Most of us have experienced a power outage at some point, but they're usually short, lasting on the order of minutes or hours, and they're mostly local, affecting a small area at a time. A wide area interconnection, that's the technical term for a power grid, is designed that way on purpose. It has redundancies, multiple paths that power can take to get to the same destination, and power users and producers are spread out, reducing the chance that they could be impacted all at once. But having everyone interconnected is a vulnerability too, because if things go very wrong, everyone's affected. We're in the midst of a deep dive series on wide-scale outages to the power grid, and a mismatch between supply and demand, like what happened in Texas, is only one of the many reasons that could cause a major blackout. Natural disasters, engineering errors, and deliberate attacks can all completely collapse a grid. And, at least for the first few hours of an outage, you might not even know that what you're experiencing is any more serious than a wayward tree branch tripping the fuse on the transformer outside your house. You wake up 3 hours later, cold, sunlight peeking in through your bedroom window. The power's still off. You grab your cell phone to try and figure out what's going on. It has a full battery from charging overnight, and you have a strong signal too. You try to call a friend, but the call won't go through. You try a few more times, but still nothing more than a friendly voice saying, "All circuits are busy." There is a vast array of pathways that information flows between people across the globe, and they all use grid power to function. Fiber networks use switches and optical terminals distributed throughout the service area. Cable TV and DSL networks have nodes that service around 500 to 1,000 customers each that require power. Cellular networks use base stations mounted on towers or rooftops. Major telecommunications facilities are usually on prioritized grid circuits and may even have redundant power feeds from multiple substations. But even during a blackout, where the entire grid is completely disabled, you might still have service. That's because most telecommunication facilities are equipped with backup batteries that can keep them running during a power outage for 4 to 8 hours. Critical facilities like cellular base stations and data centers often have an on-site backup generator. These generators have enough fuel to extend the resiliency beyond 24 to 48 hours. That said, major emergencies create huge demands on telecommunication services as everyone's trying to find and share information at once, so you might not be able to get through even if the services are still available. In the US, the federal government works with telecommunication providers to create priority channels so that 911 calls, emergency management communications, and other matters related to public safety can get through, even when the networks are congested. Since you're trying to make a personal call and you aren't enrolled in the Telecommunications Service Priority Program, you're not getting through. Just then, an emergency alert appears on your screen. It says that there's a power grid failure and to prepare for an extended outage. The reality of the situation is just starting to set in. Since most people have a cell phone, wireless emergency alerts have become an important addition to the emergency alert system that connects various levels of government to TV, radio, satellite, and telephone companies to disseminate public warnings and alerts. During a blackout, sharing information isn't just for likes on social media, it's how we keep people safe, connect them with resources, and maintain social order. Two-way communications like cell phones and the internet might not last long during a grid outage, so one-way networks like radio and television broadcasts are essential to keep people informed. These facilities are often equipped with more backup fuel reserves and even emergency provisions for the staff so that they can continue to operate during a blackout for weeks if necessary. Jump ahead a couple of days. Your circumstances start to dictate your experiences heavily. Even an outage of this length can completely upend your life if you, for example, depend on medication that must be refrigerated or electrically powered medical equipment like a ventilator or dialysis machine. But for many, a blackout on the order of a day or two is still kind of fun, a diversion from the humdrum of everyday life. Maybe you've scrounged together a few meals from what's remaining in your pantry, enjoyed some candlelit conversations with neighbors, seen more stars in the night sky than you ever have in your life. But after those first 48 hours, things are starting to get more serious. You ponder how long you can stay in your home before needing to go out for supplies as you head into the kitchen to get a glass of water. You open the tap and nothing comes out. A public water supply is another utility highly dependent on a functioning electrical grid. Pumping, cleaning, and disinfecting water to provide a safe source to everyone within a city is a power-intensive ordeal. Water's heavy, after all, and just moving it from one place to another takes a tremendous amount of energy. Most cities use a combination of backup generators and elevated storage to account for potential emergencies. Those elevated tanks, whether they're water towers or just ground-level basins built on hillsides, act kind of like batteries to make sure the water distribution system stays pressurized even if pumps lose power. But those elevated supplies don't last forever. Every state has its own rules about how much is required. In Texas, large cities must have at least 200 gallons or 750 liters of water stored for every connection to the system, and half of that needs to be in elevated or pressurized tanks so that it will still flow into the pipes if the pumps aren't working. Average water use varies quite a bit by location and season, but that amount of storage is roughly enough to last a city 2 days under normal conditions. Combine the backup storage with the backup generation system at a typical water utility, and maybe they can stretch to 3 or 4. Without a huge mobilization of emergency resources, water can quickly become the most critical resource in an urban area during a blackout. But don't forget the related utility we depend on as well: sewage collection. Lift stations that pump raw sewage and treatment plants that clean it to a level where it's safe to release back into the environment are energy-intensive processes as well. Most states require that lift stations and treatment plants have backup power supplies or enough storage to avoid overflows during an outage, but usually those requirements are for short-term disruptions. When power is lost for more than a day or two, these facilities won't be able to continue functioning without additional fuel and maintenance. Even in the best-case scenario, that means raw wastewater in the sewers will have to bypass treatment plants and be discharged directly into waterways like rivers and oceans. In the worst case, sewers and lift stations will overflow, exposing the people within cities to raw sewage and creating a public health emergency. Flash forward to a week after the start of the blackout, and any fun from the change of pace is long gone. You still keep your cell phone battery charged from your car, but you rarely get a signal, and phone calls almost never connect. Plus, your car's almost out of gasoline, and the fuel at filling stations has long been sent to backup generators at critical facilities. You are almost certainly running low on food and water after a week, even if you've been able to share or barter with neighbors or visit one of the rare stores that was willing to open their doors and accept cash. By now, only the most prioritized facilities like hospitals and radio stations, plus those with solar or wind charging systems, still have a functioning backup power supply. Everything else is just dead. And now you truly get a sense of how complex and interconnected our systems of infrastructure are, because there's almost nothing that can frustrate the process of restoring power than a lack of power itself. Here's what I mean. Power plants are having trouble purchasing fuel because without electricity to power data centers and good telecommunications, banks and energy markets are shut down. Natural gas compressors don't have power, so they can't send fuel to the plants. Railway signal.
Yeah, that's enough of the doom and the gloom. It's enough of it, guys. All right, so why did I show you that video of how long it would take for society to collapse under a total blackout? Why did I tell you this? Because, guys, you got to be prepared. All right, I know we're not all survivalists and preppers and everything like that, but you're going to want to get gas and you're going to have to fill up the gas tanks. And it's going to work for a while. And then guess what? Those gas pumps run on electricity. So you can see, you go from a situation which is kind of fun and campy, in 48 hours to 72 hours, 96 hours, and now Bedlam is breaking loose. And this was most likely the goal of... I gotta get up.
The American dream is dead.
Watt Power Outage, that's right. Sarah Clendaniel, Brandon Russell. Man, let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, so 3 days ago, a couple shown in the picture, Sarah Clendaniel and Brandon Russell, were apprehended by the FBI because they were plotting to shut down power to the Baltimore area. That's what they plan to do. They plan to shut down power to the Baltimore area. You just saw from the video, the man said in major cities, which is Baltimore is one of the major cities. Yeah, I mean, I would say not tier B, tier C. It's a beautiful city. It's dirty. I would go visit it before it gets even dirtier, but here we are with Baltimore. All right, so no offense to any Baltimoreans out there, or whatever you guys call yourselves. Anyway, Baltimore is a urban city area. 2 days, their water supply is done. And then what do? You walk out the city, you drive out the city, you bike out of the city. Where do you go? Do you go north? Do you go south? Possibly everybody's thinking south. Do you go west? You really can't go east because you're just going to go into the ocean. It's on the East Coast anyway. But where do you go? Where do you go to find food? Where do you go to find shelter? Are there going to be gangs out there that posse up and put all their guns together and try to, go take over some of these survivalist spots and, the preppers where they have been? Is it going to be like a Last of Us episode? You remember episode 3 with Frank and William? You know what I mean? Is he going to have everything hooked up like that and people are going to become trying to take his stuff? We don't know, but what we do know is that these guys were trying to see really what would happen in a crisis such as a major blackout to a major city. Let me tell you guys something that you may not know. Are you with me, guys? You guys with me in there? Yeah. Yeah. We're still trying to figure out the score. Let me tell you something that's insanely crazy about all of this. It was reported. Hold on, let me get it together. I want to get I was going to say FRC. I'm glad I checked it out. The FERC, which is the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, FERC, they had a report. And in their report that came out, they said that out of the nation's 55,000 substations, that if terrorists were able to knock out 9 of the nation's 55,000 substations, that's right, 1, 2, 3, 9, 2 hands, take away a thumb, 9 substations out of the damn near 60,000 substations that we have across America, it said that the U.S. power grid could suffer coast-to-coast blackouts lasting 18 months or more. Let me tell you what, this wasn't information that the FERC leaked. The Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, they didn't leak this, didn't, willingly give this information. I'm messing it up. They leaked this information. This was leaked information.
What you cheering?
What are you cheering? Yeah, guys? You don't think that's big? That's not big enough for you? You want more? Huh? You guys want more?
I want more.
This is crazy. I'll tell you what. Let's go to the calls. Hopefully my calls are working this evening. Hey, caller, talking shit, getting clicks. You're in here.
What's up, talking?
Thank you for calling our show, Talking Shit, Getting Clicks. I am Mo 3 times. What's good? What's shaking?
Hey, Mo, 3 times. I thought you were going to be talking about your Super Bowl this weekend. So I figured I'd dial in and see what you have to say about you losing to the Kansas City Chiefs and Andy Reid.
All right. Listen, sir. It is Friday's Eve. You are right. There is a Super Bowl that is in our midst, and in a couple of days, we will see who will be crowned the NFL season champion of the world. We're going to see this, and I'm not going to lie, but I am fully confident that my Philadelphia Eagles are going to win in such a way that, man, there's not going to be enough grease for all the poles that these guys are going to be trying to climb. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to get a Super Bowl. And just, I don't know if you remember a Super Bowl, because I believe you sound like you're a Dallas fan. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
You got a little Dallas in your right here in your throat. You have a little Dallas there, sir, and I can tell. And I can tell you don't remember a Super Bowl that well. I know it was you guys had a nice run, but that was a long time ago. But me, myself, coming off a recent one, like, I already know how to maneuver. I know what I'm going to do on a parade. I know what to wear and extra things to bring with me, little warmers and everything like that. I know where to park. I know I can take my car into the city and get out. I got my certain strategies going. I'm ready for this.
Oh, you got ready for
Hey.
Okay, I'm ready for it too.
I want to see a great game. I do. I want to see a great game. Actually, look, I'm not even going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Guys, I can't do y'all dirty out there. I want a drumming. I want us to beat Kansas City into dust, into oblivion. I want one of those remember back in the day, Joe Montana did the Denver Broncos so dirty. It was like 55-7 at one point. You remember your team? You guys would blow out Buffalo. You guys were blowing out Buffalo every other year. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want. I want a nice where everybody's talking about the commercials. They're like, oh, damn, the Eagles are monsters. Like, oh, man, I want them to immediately talk about us repeating at halftime. I said that. You called for it. You called for it.
Well, this is. Hold on, wait a second. This is what I told somebody.
Mm.
I am rooting not for the Eagles. I'm rooting for the NFC to do what it's supposed to do. And that's who I'm rooting for. I'm not telling you I'm rooting for the Eagles. I'm rooting for the NFC East. And I want us to continue to be the beast. When we get there, we win it. We are the beast of the NFC East.
I don't like it at all. I do not like this at all. I can't even believe you're talking that Cowboys yin-yang on me on the show right now. It's upsetting. It's disrespectful, first and foremost. It's of the utmost disrespect.
You know, look, hey, Maurice, I'm already looking at my draft board. I'm working on my draft board. I'm doing my homework, and I cannot have it.
Every year,
cannot go on.
Like,
I'm on my way to Texas and smack Jerry Jones around and whatnot.
25 years draft board. He went from a
Yeah.
blackboard to a whiteboard to a damn digital board. He probably got a hologram in there right now. It's not going to work. Whatever you use.
No, the hologram is backed up. Hologram is backed up.
Whatever you use is not going to work. It's never going to work.
But
I'm whispering because I'm serious.
That's all, you know.
I mean,
I got it.
Guys in the chat, do we want his wishes? Do we want his? Do we even want these best wishes? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think you guys would. You know what? If Jerry Jones wouldn't have been such a distraction this past season with his grandfathered in hijinks back in the day, I think you guys would have. You guys maybe might have had a chance. Sheriff Hart.
I want more.
What's up, Sheriff Hart? Sheriff. Yeah, but seriously, if it wasn't for Jerry Jones and his misgivings, I think your locker room would have been a lot more focused. I'm blaming it all on Jerry Jones and his love of the redheads. Because if you guys saw my earlier show, I broke it down how Jerry Jones is the father of Jason Garrett. He's also the father of Cooper Kupp. And he's also he's not the father of, what's the guy's name? Red Ryder BB gun guy. He was in Seattle. I mean, Cincinnati.
The Red, like,
Kato, I know you saw the episode.
He's in New Orleans now.
Yeah, but his real dad's Bowser from Mario, guys. But Jerry Jones loves those redheads. And he loves his racism. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Jerry Jones loves redheads and racism.
Hey, bitch, come here.
He loves R&R, guys. He's all about that R&R. You're such a good sport. I'm glad you have a sense of humor about it, because if Jeff Lurie came out and Jeff Lurie was like in what happened in Philly back in the day? The Black Swim Team. Remember the Black Swim Team, that movie? If Jeff Lurie was like on the white swim team side, like throwing bleach in the pool for those the black high school kids, and I would not be an Eagles fan right now. So I think you're brave. I think you're brave that, I mean, some guy that just tried to totally ruin your Black History Month happens to be the owner of your team. I know that's a little low. I know it's a little dirty, but the children are singing because it's true. Chat, tell them. Jerry Jones doesn't want your money, sir. Come on. You can't be an Eagle, but you can be a Giant. We'll give you that. Is he still here?
Nah, I wouldn't either. Hold up. You know, you got me closer. I root for the Giants probably more than I root for the Eagles. I got to root for the Eagles because you're really representing the NFC East. I'm an NFC person, so
yeah.
You know, but I don't really want to say it.
I get it. But I can't ever see myself.
I think you're supposed to go in there. You're supposed to break Mahomes' legs. He tries to run. I want Mr. Sue to do what he do, because I have a man crush on Mr. Sue. Been wanting to be a Cowboy for a long time, so wanted him when he came out. Wanted him every time he became a free agent. Here we get him. You know, that's why he's called Mr. Sue. I want him to show up and got another man crush on Fletcher Cox. So
And
you see people
Dominican
in there-
ain't going to Dallas. Fletcher Cox ain't going to Dallas. I appreciate you appreciating my team.
Well,
son.
you only going to get rid of. You can get rid of him. This is his last year, so you're not going to pay him any more money. He took less money to come, so but
He'll take a little less money next year so we can repeat. That's what he'll do.
He's not going to repeat.
Like, I'm not even trying. Like, honestly, I don't even want to talk about the game because you know how I get, like, superstitious-wise. So I really don't even want to. It's kind of uncomfortable. I didn't even want to talk about popping the game and anything like that. I didn't want to do it, but, I mean, we got to do it. And I can't be. I've just been crazy superstitious over the Eagles all my life. Like, honestly, we're going to have a Super Bowl party, right? We're going to have it over we're having it over my house. Evelyn's family's coming over. We're going to have a great time. But the last time we won, we were at my mama's house, and I wanted everybody to come back, wear exactly what you wore last time, put the seats exactly what we had. I'm going to make the bacon wrap jalapeno Johns just like last time, and we're going to do everything like last time. That's how I was thinking it. I was thinking, but I got to step out of that, guys. You know what? Because we already know Arian Foster said it's scripted anyway, guys. And then we got somebody in my chats named Bobby Shane. Bobby Shane says, trust me, I'm from future. It's facts. He says that Kansas City's going to win. I'm asking him for the future score, and he hasn't shot back. But anyway, what's up, chat?
I want to, see, I understand that the media gotta try to make it look like Kansas City got a shot to win. I understand they got to do their job and try to figure out a way. Is you have the number one defense.
All of this talk it's not even making me feel any better. It's just more talk, and I'm feeling more and more like I'm just hurting right now. I got this thing, like, and it's below your heart, but above your stomach, that part where your soul rests. It's troubled. It's troubled. I've tried. I've prayed. I've meditated. Go Eagles. Oh, my God. And then I got Flash in the chat talking about go Eagles. You know him. He's iffy. He's like a spy. Who's one of our most famous American spies? Like, I don't know, Benedict Arnold or some shit like that. He's like an Eagles Benedict Arnold. He is. And he's talking about go Eagles in the chat.
Ain't nothing.
I'll take it. You know what? I'm gonna get off of it. I'm gonna get off of the superstition.
Got a little bit too much great going on in that beard, man.
Oh yeah, it is. It's the light, the way the light's hitting it too. And plus you're coming from somebody that had the deep, dark, straight black jet. But you know what? I'm getting older. Like I said, the little homie is playing in the Super Bowl. Right here, I'm showing you guys. Isaiah Pacheco, like I remember him from midgets. You know what I'm saying? It's not high school football. We're talking about like when Buddy first put on his uniform. I was there, and it's like it's an honor to know this guy who's doing his thing in the NFL. And I have gray in my beard, and he's obviously not like a little boy anymore. He's a grown ass man, but like his face, he looks like the same little kid to me. That happens when you get older. And now that I'm getting into those ages of maturity, I'm starting to realize these things, and it's actually awesome. I love life. I love life.
Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished?
I'm not finished, guys. I'm not finished. You're not finished. We're all here. We're all here to get older and experience things. I don't know. I'm getting philosophical. What do you think? I'm going to let you have the last word because I really do appreciate you calling, even though you're a Cowboys fan. But I appreciate it. Thanks for calling.
Hey,
you get the last word.
Like I said, I'm rooting for the NFC East. I'm rooting for the NFC East.
You can say it.
To be the beast.
Specifically, which team from the NFC East in the Super Bowl?
I'm going to say it just for you. Those people.
Go Eagles! Y'all heard it.
Ooh, I liked it.
I do. I like it. You know what? Let the children sing. Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller. You're the best. You are the best. I got you in queue because I like you, sir. I know you're a Cowboys fan and everything. Let's hear this guy. Who's in here? Children is singing.
Hey.
I guess we're talking Eagles now. Nobody cares that these guys are trying to blow up our power facilities and trying to kill us and start a race war or whatever. No one cares about that. We're talking Super Bowl right now, guys. And I ain't even mad. I ain't mad. Hold on, let me get more applause, Flash.
All right.
Sir, what's good? Howdy do? How are you?
No.
It's Super Bowl time. That's right. If Mainline calls out the sound effects, I got him. I'm just a baby. I'm just misfiring buttons now. All right, so I know you're on here.
Out there.
Go ahead. Do your thing. Do your thing, 21. Do your thing. Word. You don't want to talk to anybody? Hey, Flashback, you're on.
Talking to me.
Hey, you don't want to tell everybody?
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
All right. Look, I just got one thing. Can I talk? You know, that's what I said. I just see you let this other one talk for. I timed it. I looked outside. It's almost daytime now, and I've been waiting for a long time. But I ain't going to keep your time because I know you got a lot of callers coming in. So here you go. I just got one message for the Eagle. Listen in. And if she says it, then it's good. So I guess I'm going to break the bank with all the bets. Alexa, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
The Chiefs and their offense are favored. But this game's going to come down to one thing. Defense. My prediction? The Eagles and their defense are going to soar to their second Super Bowl win. Fly, Eagles, fly.
What?
That was from Alexa. Love you, son. I'm out of here. Ain't going to listen to the rest of the show.
I love
Unless
you, man.
you got something else to say to me.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, listen to the show. You're going to hear. I'm going to talk about the people. I know you're going to call back in. You want me to drop you in queue? You want to go to queue?
You can put me on queue. You know, I know
He's
how
in
to.
queue. He wants the queue. He got the queue. And we're going to give him what he wants because he bought Alexa into it. Listen, guys, I got Google in here. Should we ask Google? In the chat, y'all wanna ask Google? Should we? Huh? Nobody wants to talk about Watt power outage? No, Watt power outage? Yeah, you guys we can't lose. All right. Hey, Google, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
It's tough. Big game will be held at Stadium. Bird by Eagles for the win.
Oh, did you guys hear that? Now, Google used a little different little thing there. You know what I mean? I think Alexa was way more ESPN-ish, NFL Network-ish with hers. You know, that's what Alexa did. Alexa was like, yo, blah, 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 defense, the Chiefs have a great offense, but the defense of the Eagles are like that. That's how it's going. And then what Google said, if you guys didn't hear in the background, if my mic did not pick it up, Google said simply that the Super Bowl is going to take place in Arizona. The team is the Cardinals, which is a bird, just like the Philadelphia Eagles, who are birds. Fly, Eagles, fly! Yo, talking shit, getting clicks. Hello.
I'm calling in because I'm quite disappointed that the 49ers lost because I think the 49ers is a better team.
I mean, you could think that, but it's been always my experience that you're only as good as the last game you played. Ipso facto, the 49ers.
Ain't nothing.
49ers ain't nothing. Yay! You got any more? You got any more for me, or is that just it? I like the accent, by the way. Is that
Well, you know, let me tell you something.
okay?
No, I like the Eagles, but my team is the 49ers. And the 49ers played very well. As a matter of fact, they beat the Cowboys.
Any team that beats the Cowboys is a team that I'm liking that week when they beat the Cowboys. Oh my goodness. Listen, hey, get a trace on this line. We need feds out there. Hello?
But
Keep
the
them on the line?
Eagles,
All right,
I have to root for the Eagles because so far they made it this far, and I just hope they win their second Super Bowl since the time they've been playing football.
Listen, that's a compliment, but it's a backhanded compliment. Backhanded compliments get... You know what? I can hear your speaker in the background. It sounds to me like you're arranging like a note out of little magazine letters and you're gluing it and stuff, but you're not wearing gloves, so the feds are gonna catch you. They're gonna get those fingerprints off the glue. Put your gloves on before you make the ransom note. That's all I'm saying. And open a window because those fumes from the glue. Oh my God, guys, they had me steaming. That's why I got the steam in the background. But you know what we gotta do? We're going back, guys. We're going back. Not to the streets. Yeah, that's where I am now, guys. You see this? That's where I am. Anyway.
Back to the street.
All right, one more thing.
All right, it was good talking on your show.
Oh my God, perfect timing. Thank you, caller. Thank you. Thank you for calling in and participating in the show. You already know, Talking Shit Getting Clicks original podcast is the Me episodes, and it's Mo 3 times. That's me. If you don't know, you might want to know. Chat looks good. Call in live, 313-825-5557. That's right. Tonight's show is Flat Power Outage. I played a beautiful video telling you guys what could happen if there was a power outage that lasted merely a week. The guy was going to go on for maybe a month, where it would have just been total bedlam. Like, you wouldn't know, an outlet, a blackout from a zombie event. You know what I mean? We're going to all be looking like Walking Dead around here.
What you cheering?
What are you cheering? I be trying to fool you guys. But seriously, like, no, I know it's Super Bowl time. But what if they hit that substation on Super Bowl Sunday? You know what I mean? What if they do that? What if the internet goes out? We are so reliant on electricity. We are so reliant on electricity. You know what? I'm going to throw this out there while I got you. Because I'm going to talk my shit. I feel like putting my feet up. I'm going to put my feet up on the desk. I'm going to bend my chair back right now because we're about to go there. Oh, I'm just bumping stuff. I'm bumping stuff. Can I reach the I just need the children to sing for me. That's all. That's the only button I need in my life, guys. So let me tell you something, all right? The power goes out. It goes out for a week. It goes out for a month. Let's ask just what-if questions. What-if questions. All right. The power goes out. First of all, I would think we would have an issue because there are people that suffer from gaming addictions, guys. Here we go again.
What you cheering?
What are you cheering, people? Gaming addictions? Like that new Harry Potter is about to drop, guys. If it hasn't dropped, yeah, I've seen people playing it already. So that Harry Potter has dropped. You're all up into your Harry Potter. You've leveled up your Call of Duty. There's about to be a new season. You know, they're about to rewipe that stuff, and you're gonna have to start from one again and work out and get your battle pass going, guys. We're never gonna get that Grand Theft. We're never gonna get Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm sorry. I can't relax. I can't relax. I tried to, people, but I can't. Because we're never gonna get that Grand Theft Auto 6, and we need that in our lives. But damn, the internet's out, so hey, I'm out of a job. You know, it's just mow 3 times and it's, look at this hat. This hat is camo, luckily, because I am a man of the woods, kind of like Justin Timberlake became. Remember that? Man of the woods? Yeah, hold on. Justin Timberlake, guys. Man of the woods. Sorry, Pop. You guys remember this? Oh, you're not going to tell me you don't remember Justin Timberlake becoming a man of the woods, right? When did this album take place? I'm going to say this happened around the time of Donald Trump. This guy was trying, oh, there it is. That's the infamous right there, guys. You see that? Hold on, I'm going to bring it over. Look, the graphic shirt, he's kind of booling. He booling with the red handkerchief. And then he's got a, man, that don't even look like American camo, bro. That shit looks Ukrainian. That looks like an Eastern European type of camo, guys. Man of the woods. Not in my America. Not in my America. You see that? You see that? Mossy oak. Mossy oak, MFer. Matches my shotgun. This guy, this camo, that's Balenciaga. That is definitely Balenciaga. Oh, Justin Timberlake's a man in the woods. Aww. Justin Timberlake don't care about the babies. Aww. Justin Timberlake wearing your Eastern European camo. Aww. He's not a man of the American woods. Aww. He's a man of the Bucharest woods. I did that. Justin, please come on the show. Yo, this is crazy. But he's a man of the woods. I digress. All right. I don't even know what made me even bring up Man of the Woods, but I had to go off. That was a long time coming, Justin. I'm not done with you, Justin. I'm not done with you. Oh my God, look at him coming up out the water, bro. What's going on? Chat, do you see this? Oh, now the chat wants to talk about power being out. Welcome to the show, chat. Welcome to the show. Finally, we are here at the show and we get to talk about White Power, Outage. So, right. So, yeah, kids. Yeah, that's right. That's right, old Dickie. That's right. Kids will start jumping out of their windows. No power. The gamers will be like The Purge. Definitely. That's what I'm thinking, a purge. There's no connection with the white outrage power. Please don't start. Who's not starting? What are we not starting here? Oh, I see it. That's right, Ev. You control that chat. Keep those guys right. Because honestly, listen, the power goes out, we are doomed. In a month, it's going to be doomed. Like, remember COVID, how you hated COVID? Imagine COVID with no mask. You don't have to stay in, but you also don't have power. Huh? Imagine this. Yeah, you can't go into work. You got to stay home, whatever. They're going to try to you're just going to have trucks with packages of food and water coming out to you if they can get to you. They're going to ransack the cities. The cities is going to go into the suburbs. The suburbs are going to, I hope they go to their cabin, but the people from the city are going to find that too. And we are going to be back into Martial law. Martial law is just a cute word for all hell has broken loose. Now, I know like people like to romanticize martial law and stuff, but this is what these guys here I'm showing you, Brandon Russell and Sarah Clendaniel, were up to. That's what they were up to, guys. I'm gonna bring up pics of these crazies, and then we're gonna talk about these nuts. Pause. Right? And then I'm also gonna bring up the other guy. His name is Brandon Russell. I'm gonna give you a little bit of background. And these guys are in, I wouldn't even just say it's a white supremacist organization, but it's even to more extreme than that, because he's just basically the leader of a Nizo. Help me, Tom Cruise. Help me talk. Brandon Russell is basically the leader of a neo-Nazi group called Atomwaffen. Atomwaffen, I believe, means atomic bomb? Basically. And he's part of a Nazi group that was charged with plotting to do severe damage to the Baltimore grid. Now, you guys may know that just a couple months ago, I believe somebody shot up some substations in North Carolina. Bear with me. And people said that they shot shots at the substation. And when you go past the substation, and I believe you guys have driven by, like I was driving by with my wife, she was like, yo, what is that? I was like, yo, that's a substation. Like, if that goes out, that's going to take the power out for probably like half this town and 2 towns over. You know, they're just some nodes. Oh. Right? So basically, there's been attacks on our power grid. In the beginning of December, there were 2 North Carolina substation attacks in rural North Carolina. And then on Christmas Day, there were also 4 additional substations that were vandalized in Washington State, cutting power to more than 14,000 customers. Listen, so like I said before, the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission says that out of the 60,000 substations in the United States of America at this day and time, if 9 of them were destroyed, it could cause blackouts across America for the next 18 months or longer, right? So I know the news does not, throw this in the face. I know it's not something as sexy as a Tory Lane shooting a Meg the Stallion, even though, guys, we can enjoy our little trash news along with the big news. Let's get a little bit more balanced, but this is something that they should be talking about nonstop. Because we're talking about electricity. You saw it. You want gas, you can get gas, but once the power goes to those gas pumps, what you gonna do? And then I would think another conversation would be like, is America prepared for something like this to happen? Because you know what, for the longest time, even with the balloon up there, they were saying, oh, what happens if you drop an EMP from it? And I'm going to do the voice because it just makes me feel good to do the voice. So I'm going to do the voice. Well, hey, China's got a balloon up there. What happens to that balloon if it drops an EMP? We're going to be toast. Yo, but we got Goofus and Gallant down here firing rounds, regular small arms fire at these substations. And let me tell you something. I did a little research, guys. You know I do the digging. I do the digging for you. What happens is they have coolers, and it's filled with oil. What happens is if you shoot these coolers, they will, be penetrated, and oil will leak out. This oil, it's like a coolant for the substation. What happens if it's not enough oil, just like your car and your engine, if you don't have oil, what happens is it overheats. And when it overheats, it knocks out the power. Easy maths, guys. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, for you. And it knocks out the power. And then once that happens, that could cause a chain reaction to another substation, especially if the power isn't loaded correctly. So if you attack a couple substations in an area at the same time, as you see these guys were doing it in December when everybody's celebrating the holidays. Another attack happened on Christmas Day in the state of Washington. You know, imagine if we're all distracted by a big event, say certain, like a Super Bowl. Yeah. Wow. You're watching the big game. Buddy's about to hit the biggest field goal, and then your TV pops off. And you're like, oh, man, maybe you're like, TV went out for everybody. All right, power will be back up and we'll be able to. No, you'll never get to see that. You never get to see it ever again in your life. And it's so easy because guess what, guys? We've all driven past these power stations. Do you see armed guards out there? Huh? Nope. No. You see checkpoints? No. Do you need any clearance to get to these? No. Only thing you need is a set of bolt cutters and some bracones on you. And guess what? You can take the country out and disable the entire country you can disable the entire United States for at least 30 days. And the thing is, let me tell you about, oh man, you blew up this power station. We got 60,000 of them. We're going to find a dude with a computer, a chick with a pink hair and a nose ring or something. She's going to type some stuff up and she's going to reroute power because that's what we do in the movies. No, buddy. Those substations have to be replaced. That's another show. We can talk about our infrastructure. But right now, let me remind you that we're talking about White Power Outage.
What you cheering?
What are you cheering, people? What are you cheering? That's what we're talking about. And let me not make you forget that you can call in our live show because we are live at this very moment. 313-825-5557. Yeah, that's right, Share Bear. You gotta stock up on some propane, candles, food, and coffee to be cooked on the grill. Yo, you know what's gonna happen though? Think about this. All right, so you're chilling. You're eating out your pantry, you know what I mean? You're eating some Chex Mix, some Kicks, Slim Jims, whatever you got around. You're gonna eat out of your refrigerator first because, you know, you don't have any power. So you're like, all right, we're gonna get this leftover spaghetti or whatever. We're gonna start a fire. We're gonna cook that. That's gonna be good. Day one's gonna be good. Day two is gonna be good. That weekend, all right. Everybody's expecting we'll be back up on Monday. But guess what? We're not up on Monday. And you're only getting news ear to ear from people who are picking up little parts of news here, little parts of news here. Because guess what? You ain't got no phones. You ain't got no cable. You guys are just getting who's ever coming over on a loudspeaker giving you updates about it, what's going on. And you're thinking it's going to be Monday, but it's not going to be Monday. And now you're a weekend. Now your refrigerator food is gone and it's all good because even if it was still good, it would not be good because you don't have no refrigeration. All of your stuff will be bad. But guess what? You're going to the cans now. You're going into those perishables, right, Auntie? You got your propane, you got your candles, and you're cooking on a grill. But guess what? Some people aren't as fortunate as you. And you know what draws the hungry people? The grill, guys. You put anything on the grill, the whole neighborhood knows. Most of the times it's making those ribs. It's Flashback smoking an effing brisket? Of course, that's nothing to Flashback. He smokes briskets like nothing. And they smell it. And I'm telling you, come on, man. That grill flavor definitely is going to get you knocked upside your head. So now we go with, what is their plan? Stock up on personal weapons? I like that very much. I like it very much. All right, so we know that, America is big on guns, but what I was trying to show you guys in the Balenciaga story, because there's a story where the guy who shot for the Balenciaga ad, the crazy one with the kids and the sexualized bears, stuffed toys and animals like that. Check it out on my show, Talking Shit, Getting Clicks, Me episodes playlist. Well, I got you here. Oh, let me get back my face, I know. So anyway, in that show, I was also showing that the photographer who shot the Balenciaga campaign had also done other shoots where he went around America and photographed people with their weapons. And you, like I said before, America is known to be the country with the most weapons. But however, I don't think it has the most armed civilians, really, because we're talking about a family of 4 who own 40, 50 guns. We're talking about a couple of 2 who own 30, 40 guns. We're talking about one guy who just loves guns. He owns 100 of them. We're not saying that everybody in America has guns, but we do know that there are people out there that have a gun, and they're kind of like tattoos. Nobody usually gets one. I did. Just one tattoo. But still, more than people have one. So there's going to be a lot of people without weapons, and there's going to be some people there with a shitload of weapons able to hold things down. So yeah, I would think stocking up on personal weapons wouldn't be a bad thing. However, we also have to take into account ammunition. Chris Rock did a joke about stopping shootings by raising the price of ammunition. If you made a bullet cost $5,000, somebody would be like, oh, I would shoot you, but I got to save up first. And you would know that if somebody actually did save up to get that $5,000 round and cap you, that you probably had it coming, guys. We don't do no violence around here. Except Hassan Reddick. Eagles defense, that's right. So yeah, so we could stock up on personal weapons, but now we're talking about you're putting yourself in a prepper survivalist type situation. Now, if everybody was a prepper and a survivalist, I'm saying we're not having any problems anymore. And that might actually be the solution to everybody. You know, like we just grow our own food, grow our own vegetables, and consume at stores and supermarket at our leisure, because we know that we already have our basics and essentials right here growing at our house, in our backyards, in our front yards, in our side yards, and whatever. You know? We could do that. That is possible. Stocking up on weapons, yeah, it only works though, but stocking up on weapons and personal weapons only works if you are stocked up on all the other provisions. And then you gotta have your ammo, because you don't wanna have a shitload of weapons and you gotta take off with them. The ammunition gets heavy, weapons are heavy, carrying water is heavy. I mean, it would be insane. But we go through that. We do all of that. And I'm going to show you right now. Oh, am I? Sorry, guys. I'm green. All right, so these are grids. So let me show you guys Brandon Russell. This is the photo that we're going to concentrate on here. This is Brandon Russell, ladies and gentlemen. How about I just get a better picture of him?
What's up, Einstein?
My net. I love that, but I really don't love it. Yeah, let's get a good Brandon Russell. So there they are. There are the two. These are the two people that have us going nuts. Actually, nobody's going nuts, guys. I'm pretty sure most of you didn't even know what was going on here, because, you know, we're all tied up into to football, and Kyrie going to wherever. I think KD's going to, where's KD going to? Hey, this is what we won't have. Retracted messages. If you hit enter and that message goes up, you keep that message up there. I'm talking about you, chat. Hey, I know I got some of you guys in queue. If you really want to talk, and just get in and talk your shit, get your clicks, do me a favor. You can drop off the call, then call back in, and when I see you come back up in the normal queue, I will definitely go to you. But that's if you got something to say. If you want to just hang out in queue, then please be my guest. Be my guest. Right. All right. So here they are. And let me start with Brandon first. All right. So that's Brandon. I'm on the wrong screen. Out of control. All right. So he attended St. Andrews International School in Nassau, Bahamas. That's right. He has dual citizenship. He is American and Bahamian. And he studied nuclear physics at the University of South Florida in Tampa, Hillsborough County, Florida. He previously shared an apartment at Tampa Palms, Tampa, with Devin Arthurs, Jeremy Himmelman, Andrew Wunschuk. And let me tell you something about Devin Arthurs. Let me tell you something about Devin Arthurs. Where did my screen go? There is my screen. Oh, here it is. Awesome. Let's do a pop out. Guys, I'm going to come up here. See, Devin Arthurs was 18 years old in 2018. Let me get you an image of him. We love the pictures here. You see this guy looking bugged out? He kind of looks like the Spider-Man. He looks like Spider-Man. He looks like Spidey, kind of. Can you imagine Spidey doing a radical Islam, far-right killing under one roof? All right, so this guy lived with Brandon Russell. This is when they were in Florida. They get in some type of whatever dispute with the roommates. He ends up killing two of the roommates. I'm not talking about Brandon Russell. I am talking about Spider-Man, aka Devin Arthurs. He killed two people. So police come, obviously, searching the house. They find Nazi paraphernalia, right? They find the Nazi paraphernalia. They find bomb-making equipment, guys. Devin Arthurs admits that he's in a neo-Nazi gang. And Brandon Russell basically skips out. Skips out of town. They find him. They arrest him. He does a little time. Now, on March 22nd, 2014, he appeared on the Iron March, which is a far-right, neo-fascist, and neo-Nazi web forum that opened in 2011. In 2015, October, he announced on the Iron March the formation of Atomwaffen. So he actually created Atomwaffen, which is believed to be now an international white supremacist, neo-Nazi, white supremacist, neo-Nazi criminal organization. And this guy isn't even 25 years old at the time he does it. So that was in March of 2014. So in October of 2015, he announced the Iron March, which is the formation of the Atomwaffen that had been 3 years in the making. So he was working on creating this group, which he created. And we'll talk about that a little more. Chat, I can't see you right now, so just hang out with me. I'm going to go through this real quick. All right, so on May 19, 2017, he returned from duty as a Florida National Guardsman to his apartment in Tampa Palms and found the dead bodies of Himmelman and Wunschuk. They were murdered by Arthurs. I already told you Devin Arthurs did it. He, Himmelman, and Wunschuk had been plotting to attack a nuclear plant in Florida. They were all Nazis, guys, and other energy infrastructure. Arthur told investigators he was arrested, but later released after it was determined that he was not involved in the homicide. So they did release Brandon Russell. He was later arrested again for keeping lethal bomb-making materials in his apartment in Tampa. So in 2017, he pleads guilty in feds for possessing unregistered destructive device and illegally storing explosive, unregistered destructive device and illegally storing explosive, unregistered destructive device, probably like a detonator, you guys think? Maybe a detonator, det cord, something like that. So he was sentenced to, get this, you're gonna blow some shit up, and he gets sentenced to 60 months, which is basically 5 years in jail. Months later, he started corresponding with Sarah Beth Clendaniel, who was at Cantonsville, Baltimore County, Maryland, USA, who was serving time behind bars in a separate prison. He was 7 years younger than her. So that's right, Brandon Russell is younger than Sarah Clendell. So in this picture right here, I think this is Sarah Clendell's original arrest picture when she got into some shit herself, We're gonna go into that. But I'm making it through here, guys. Hang out with me for a second. We're almost done. We're almost done with Brandon. Just listen to this. So on August 23rd, 2021, he was released from prison. June 2022, he allegedly starts to communicate with a person he did not know was a FBI confidential informant and conspired to carry out attacks against critical infrastructure, specifically electrical substations, in furtherance of his racially or ethnically motivated violent extremist beliefs. In 2022, he allegedly encouraged an attack be carried out on the greatest strain on the grid. In December of 22, he allegedly told the FBI informant he knew of another person in Maryland who was going to carry out an attack on the energy facility and offered to connect the informant with Daniel to coordinate attacks to maximize the impact. Right? Craziness. Not only that, on February 3rd, 2023, he and Daniel were arrested and charged with conspiracy to destroy an energy facility. And currently, he is 27 years old. He is being presided over by U.S. Magistrate Judge Embry. I tried to add extras on it. Embry Kid. All right, so he's 27 years old. Sarah Daniel is 34 years old. Let's talk about Sarah. All right, so aside from Catonsville, she lived in other parts of Maryland, including Elkton and Northeast. She's a resident of Catonsville, Baltimore County. She has lived in different parts of Iowa, including Menlo and West Des Moines. In 2006, she was arrested on several offenses, including armed robbery at a convenience store where she wielded a large butcher knife. She was sentenced to 60 months in prison, basically 5 years. At around 8:30 p.m., 2016, she allegedly carried a machete, a cutlass, and robbed the Pantry One Mart near Rising Sun, Cecil County, Maryland. Guys, you know we got those Pantry Ones. We got those Pantry Ones, but they're not Wawa. But they look like old Wawas, but they say Pantry One, from where we're from. Because you know where I'm from. I don't know if you know where I'm from, but...
Bitch, I'm from Cumberland. My county gon' fuck with this, niggas gon' fuck with this, bitches gon' fuck with this, and you gon' fuck with this if you from Cumberland.
That's right, I'm from Cumberland. We got Wawas. I had to give it up. I've been wanting to use that sound effect, I'm not gonna lie. You guys go check out Wizzy Hendrix on YouTube. He a rapper. He be rapping his ass off. Go check him out. I said go check him out. Right? So, she robs the Pantry One with a machete, RZA style. RZA, if she wasn't, whatever. Sorry, on the 16th, she robs the Pantry One again. So she robs this store the first time on the 22nd. 3 days later, she robs the same store again. On March 29th, 2016, a couple days later, she was supposed to hold up the High Dairy store at Joseph Biggs Memorial Highway in Northeast, where her fellow Northeast resident, Alan Lynn White, who is 57, you will see pictures of, let me do it. Sarah, I can't see. Daniel, I love you because it lets you in, Alan Lynn White. They be using, all right, so there it is. Here's the picture right here, you see? And like I told you this was a younger picture of her because this is the picture they have with Brandon Russell. But there is Sarah Daniel. She's pictured there with Alan Lynn White, who was 59, and he was her getaway driver. Yo, this happened in 2016. She's 34 now, which means that was 7 years ago. So when she was 27, she was riding around with this old guy. We don't know what the fuck they were doing together. It's kind of weird. It's kind of a little off. I'm going to say meth knows no age. You know, drugs and drug abuse know no ages. But I'm actually looking at this picture right now, and it doesn't look like they're drugged up or anything either. I don't know. That guy, he's got a nice little haircut going on, and she doesn't look like she's under the influence of nothing but hate and lust for blood with the machete. I know I do too much. I do too much. I'm so dramatic. All right, so they get booked, go to detention center, and they're charged with armed robbery, first-degree assault, and attempted theft. 2018, she and Brandon Clint Russell of Orlando, Orange County, start corresponding while they're both serving time behind bars. In 2023, in January, she introduced herself to a person she did not know was a confidential informant, right? So get this. Confidential source says that she sought help attaining firearms. She told the person she wanted to accomplish something worthwhile before she died of a terminal illness in her kidneys in a few months. She said Russell allegedly planned to attack 5 substations in Maryland, including one in Norrisville, Reisterstown, and Perry Hall. Let me reiterate, ladies and gentlemen, I gave you information that the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission stated that if 9 of the United States 60,000 substations were damaged, were incapacitated, that it could cause blackouts from the East Coast to the West Coast for at least a year and a half, at a minimum 18 months. These two were going to attack 5 substations in Maryland alone. She could have easily taken out the East Coast from, I don't know, Delaware, anywhere from Delaware to probably South Carolina, maybe Georgia. Is that possible? I think so. So, that's right. She told the confidential informant that she had terminal illness, issue with her kidneys. Now, on February 3rd, she and Russell were charged and arrested with conspiracy to destroy an energy facility. She's 34 years old. And she will be getting a preliminary hearing coming her way on the 15th. That's a couple days away, about a week away. But that's what it is. That's what it is. White power. Outage. So the feds got them, guys. What do you guys think about that? The feds getting these people. Huh? What? Okay. All right, I'm cutting the phone out, and I am sticking to the queue. So that's right, man. A generation of people of hatred running through their veins. I watched this movie called The Sum of All Fears. It's one of those Jack Ryan movies, you know, Hunt for Red October with Alec Baldwin. Patriot Games is playing Jack Ryan with Harrison Ford. Jack Ryan was also played by, who's Buddy from Star Trek? He played Jack Ryan, didn't he? I don't know what's going on here. Let me do my thing. All right, so yes, he has been played by John Krasinski from The Office, Harrison Ford, Chris Pine, Alec Baldwin, Ben Affleck, and Richard Vadan. Ben Affleck was the Jack Ryan for The Sum of All Fears. They kind of do Jack Ryan kind of like a James Bond character, and he is a pretty cool character in the books. But yeah, he was played by Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck played Jack Ryan in The Sum of All Fears, and what happens is it is a terror attack, and it shows how it's, you know, the terror attack is orchestrated. It starts halfway around the world and brings itself to Baltimore, and the way that it gets into Baltimore is through the docks, and one of the dock workers is basically a neo-Nazi. Talk about life imitating art, art imitating life, or art just getting it right, because guys, those The Jock Ryan novels, if you know, is written by Tom Clancy. Tom Clancy definitely worked in the government, probably in the part of the government where they're like underground, like really, really underground, like dinosaur bones deep. And he also has cool video games, guys. That's right. That's right. So we'll talk about this little Super Bowl thing. That's right, we'll talk about the Super Bowl thing. Kansas City Chiefs. Philadelphia Eagles. That's right. I like making noise, as you can tell, regarding me. But that's right, we got a Super Bowl coming up, man. And here's the dilemma, because like the hometown kid has made good, and he's trying to get a championship of his own. And I think it would be, first of all, it would be amazing. Violent already has a Super Bowl that was won by 2 players already. Right? Right? No? Yeah. So Jamil Dimby got one with the Rams. When the Rams won the last ones, Super Bowl LVI, whatever that's. I'm out of the years. But yeah, Jamil Dimby got one. Calvin Wilkerson got one with the Ravens. And now we could get Pop could get one, guys. I wouldn't be mad, man. I'm not gonna be mad at that. There's Jamil. Right? Somebody needs to get Calvin we owe Calvin a Wikipedia page, obviously, because he won a big one as well, guys, what the children say. And then we can get Pop. He could be another one. I don't know if any other Violent people from Violent ever won one. We know we got Mike Trout. He's from around the way. He's from Cumberland. But we've had some couple stars, and and guess what? I have to. I wasn't going to do this, but let me show you something, guys. State of the art, Manasseh Johnson. Take this calling off. It was my ultimate privilege. You see that king there? You see that queen there? I know you've seen these images around the internet. I just got to do an interview with Manasseh. I know him from high school. He graduated a year before me. He is a very talented artist. I interviewed him for my Black History series called Presence. You like that? It's called Presence because I wanted to talk about movers and shakers in our Black community that are getting it right now. And it's funny because Manasseh does mention something about Martin Luther King and how we're always celebrating him. He has the same gripes about Black History Month that, a lot of us have. And it was just awesome to interview somebody so talented, somebody that's put in all of his work. And, I'm just getting started out in this thing. And he's just inspiring to know that, as long as you put in the time, the dedication, that you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. It is something, Flash, because you know what? It's all about our dreams. It's all about fulfilling our life's dreams and being happy and, working and, fulfilling our destiny, leaving a legacy. So yeah, you guys look out for that one. I'm gonna have that out to you early next week. I know we got the Super Bowl going, so I didn't even want to get it out in the weekend or anything like that. But and it's something I want to get out before Thursday, so because it's gonna be something that we definitely talk about. But let me tell you what. You know, I mean, I know I'm just a little slow. I'm just a little show. And sometimes I'm just a little slow. And I'm just a little show. But still, Manasseh gave me. Yo, he gave me some information, guys. He gave me some exclusivity. Don't call my phone. Don't call my phone right now. That's what he gave me. He gave me these things, and I'm going to share it with you, and we're going to celebrate together. So that's right, Black History Month, we are doing this series entitled Presence. My first interview out is going to be for Manasseh Johnson, and it was, man, like, honestly, I didn't deserve to be able to get this interview. These interviews that I'm getting, I do not deserve to get these interviews. Let me tell you what, I am not the most polished interviewer. And somebody of his stature taking time and sitting down, and I'm kind of wasting his time with my dumb questions or whatever. I'm trying to be stupid right now. But like, it was a really, really good interview. It didn't have anything to do with me. It was all him. It was all the things that he brings with him. And like, man, I can't wait to share this, guys, with you. So definitely check us out. But that's right. We can't lose. I've been waiting to do this. I've been waiting to push this button and do it again. I'm pushing this button again. We can't lose. Why?
Bitch, I'm from Cumberland. My county gon' fuck with this. Niggas gon' fuck with this. Bitches gon' fuck with this. And you gon' fuck with this if you from Cumberland.
Right? I'm leaving the cusses in. If you are really talented, you can get an interview. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'll interview you. You are. Pop, love you. I know your pops Julio is very proud of you. He's always posting about you. And we understand because you're doing your thing, living your dreams, and it is awesome. But I know he's so proud. He put in the work, your moms and everything like that. And congratulations to you. But Bird fans, we're going to get these boys, man. We're going to get these. We're going to win. That's my bird. Help me come up with a new bird call. I don't know. One more time. Oh man, I've been wanting to say white power. Outage. Oh my God, those 3 times. He's such a cheeky bastard. Ooh. We can talk about the Eagles all day. Do you guys want the phone lines back up? I had to take them down. I was green this whole time, but the people running this was like, yo, like it's kind of getting wiki. And when everything is, I had to jettison the phones. It's always 9:14. If we get out of here early, I'm not mad. I'm not mad right now, guys. We get out of here a little early. You know what'd be dope though? You know what'd be very awesome and kick assery of all of you guys? Only thing you gotta do is remember to like, subscribe, and hit alerts for my show. I love my show. Me and my show are like me and Jenny, and me and Jenny are like buffalo wings and blue cheese. I love my mama. Like, subscribe, hit the alert, share. Have some random dude come in and talk about Kansas City. Probably fake account. We not mad. We're not mad. We don't get mad. We had a guy from the future in our comments. Are we gonna do that? Are we gonna do that, Philly? All right, guys. One more time. White power outage. Crazy. Guys, you saw the video. I'll leave links or whatever. I'll edit it. I'll bring it up when I get time. I'll do that so you guys can watch these videos. But just go on Google and Google what would happen if the power grid failed. You can also talk about attacks on substation. That's a good one. Attacks on substation, because there is a video where it shows, it's not actual video, it is an animation of how they attacked a substation in Washington State, how it was planned out, how the people that came in to investigate the situation were like, yo, these were effing professionals. We do know that these groups like that Atomwaffen do train just like the militia groups do. They have guns, they are organized, and they do value former members of the military to, be on their side. That is something that Brandon Russell was. Hey, Auntie. Thank all you guys. But yeah, it's a crazy, crazy world out here. Look, I'm not going to be Mr. Doom and Gloom. I'm not going to be like, hey, we're in the last days or whatever, or anything like that, because I'm pretty sure we've been in the last days for the last 2,000 years. We've been in this last days, and this world is going to come to an end. But let me tell you what. It's not a thing of me being older and getting a little cynical, but this world is getting out of control. And like I said, we drove by a substation, and for anybody out there that has a little gray in their beard, or maybe a little younger, might be getting on a little older side, do you remember before 9/11? Do you remember going and traveling before 9/11? Huh? You guys remember that? Before 9/11, I'm going to be that old man like, before 9/11. Like, seriously, it was a pleasure to go to the airport. It was a pleasure. You could park on the side of the street and wait for people. Parking wasn't crazy because, you could park at the airport, wait. Parking would be great because you would park your car. And yeah, you didn't mind wasting that 20, 25, 30 bucks or whatever. But you would park your car, drop your people off, make sure they got checked in, walk them down to the gate. Imagine you're a soldier and you're shipping out, and you can walk down with your loved one all the way to the gate, and they'll sit with you and eat, have a meal while you're waiting for your plane. And then when your plane gets done, you get your big hug, you get your big kiss, and then you get your ass on that plane. Or imagine that, like once you get off the plane and you step off that little air ramp or whatever, and that door opens and you come out, you got somebody sitting right there, waiting to give you that kiss or that hug. That hello, welcome to my city. Yeah. You remember those days? Do you remember the days where the Target didn't have those big round balls in the front of the store protecting people from ramming a car into the building? Like, all these things are things that happen as a result of our fight against terror from September 11th, 2001. Yeah, it was beautiful to travel. It's a good thing to travel, and I got a little bit of that good travel experience in before it just went to what it is today, guys. So yeah, think about the safety of your substations, your water treatment plants, even your land dumps, your landfills. Think about those sites. Think about how we rely on these things. Think about how we take our electricity and our power for granted. Like, I'm in here with the door wide open. Ev, close your ears. I'm gonna give her 5 seconds to close her ears. But I'm in here with the door wide open, exhaust fan going, heat on blast, 1, 2, 3, 2 monitors and a big ass TV, couple cameras on, mics on, PS5 on, not playing it, computer on. Like, as I sit here, I am making my own personal inventory of how we waste electricity. Even though this isn't a waste electricity show, it's just basically about how our power grids and our substations are, unprotected, and how vulnerable we are to such attacks. Just something to think about. I don't want to be doom and gloom. All right, guys, I'm sorry. Phone lines are closed. Low siento. Phone lines are closed. But hey, everybody, I really, really, really appreciate you guys for coming out. That's right. We're wrapping up. Get your last little comments out. That's what we're doing. We're sharing all of the best of our blackness. And I'm giving you guys that are actually out there right now, moving and grooving, people that you should know. I had to talk about Manasseh today with my steps, and like I was showing him all of his art, and he's like, look, man. He's like, I watch TikToks of these guys who got millions of followers, and the only thing they do is they take a canvas, they stick it to a drill, they drip paint on it and let it spin, and they get millions of likes, clicks, and subscribes. And I'm not saying that Manasseh is a starving artist, because believe me, he's not. He isn't. But as somebody that's starting to pay more attention to social media and followers and subscribers and stuff like that as being on YouTube, I'm looking at his subscribers, and he does have a lot. He's in the 80,000s. That's a lot of people that know what you do and have your stuff flash by their screen. But honestly, he deserves to have at least a billion. A billion, guys. He gave us a nice little class and gave us a little history of his own with the interview and everything. So I'm really excited for that to come out. Look for that to be out next week. We have other great guests that are coming. I will let you know next week what we're doing with that. But that's right, guys. I don't know. I can't stop saying white power. Outage. Yeah. Oh shit, that's the music. You know what time that means. That means we out of here. Thank you guys. I am Mo 3 times. This is our Thursday live show. Check everything out. Like, share, subscribe. Hit my YouTube page. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm on all of that. Don't forget. Don't y'all ever forget.
Yes, I'm from Cumberland. My county gon' fuck with this, niggas gon' fuck with this, bitches gon' fuck with this, and you gon' fuck with this if you from Cumberland.
I know. It's from Cumberland. Check him out. Wizzy Hendrix. No, he did not give me permission. But it's jamming, and I don't care. I play jamming stuff when I gotta play it. I know it has some curses in it, but it goes. I love Quentin Tarantino movies. He cursed and he got blood everywhere. I don't know why we always got subjected to music. Look at me still trying to have a show when I should be out of here, guys. There we go. We can't lose. I'm from Cumberland. That's right. Isaiah Pacheco, a.k.a. Pop, right in front of Violent City Hall. We got Jalen Hurts on his right. We got Patrick Mahomes on his left, because we are going to get it on in the Super Bowl this Sunday. We're going to say who's the best team in the NFL. Yeah. Also, don't forget, I gave y'all a little education with the white power outage. I know, I was a little cute with the title and everything, but we are talking about terrorist attempts against our substations. And, the little bit of push is all we need to bring this whole thing crumbling down. And I don't mean that in a good revolutionary way. Not from my perspective, anyway. Thank you, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Talking shit, getting clicks, original podcast. You have been watching the Me episodes. Oh man, but it became the we episodes. Thank you each and every one of you. I don't even want to leave. I don't want to leave, but guess what? I got to go. Peace. Check the replay out or something.